Some guy. Let's go outside and smoke a joint with some guy.
Some guy.
Some guy's weed whose birthday it is some guy.
Some guy.
We went outside and smoked a joint with some people we did not know. And we didn't get any joint because the girl could not get the thing going. Some guy had a thing.
Save the day we smoked his weed. Instead it was some guy. He
Some
didn't
guy
fuck
gave us weed.
anybody that night though. Some guy.
There were two hot girls who hung out with both of us. They had some weed with them and they said, smoke with us. We all went outside, but they fucking died because they were naked. And instead we smoked some joint with some guy. Some guy whose birthday it was. Sorry, guy.
Some guy.
I didn't get your name. I didn't hear what that guy was named in. Meredith, did you get his name or some guy?
Some guy.
Some guy that we met one time at MagFest. Some guy.
Sorry that your weed sucked and you did not get laid even a little bit, but your friend did. Oh boy.
Look. It's cool randomly meeting people at a bar like that. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you want to see where the night goes?
But when we all went out for a smoke, it was sad.
It sucked. Well, here's how it went down. Was this our first night?
Some guy had weed.
This was our first night at MagFest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we went to MagFest. We drove all day, all evening. We set up. We're tired. We're like, all right, let's go find the place to drink. The place to drink is a bar inside a fake town inside an indoor hotel. So,
yeah, they have this hotel that's like a spaceship that we're like the people from WALL-E, basically.
Yeah, no, it's exactly like the ship from WALL-E, and except that those people don't have to wait in line to get things. So we went to this, and this is a curse that for a parent, whenever you're free, whenever you've got a night free, it's some shit like this. I'm drinking at some bar that I don't want to be at. It's so lame that I miss my family desperately, that's always how it goes, right? So we go to this bar. Not gonna be crazy tonight. We're just gonna have a drink and get to bed. We got work in the morning. And we sit down, and the bar is just packed with
We've
people. A lot of people at MagFest are already drunk, which we've highlighted in another episode. We've talked about how it was like 9 p.m. and everyone was like really, really drunk already. In a way that felt disgusting. And we kind of half sit, like there's nowhere to sit, so we kind of half sit at the bar and order food, and we're like looking around to see if we can snag a table. And there's two girls who are like, they're probably like 20 years old, right? And they're both cosplayers, and they're both from West Philly because we hear them having a conversation over there. And I guess I shouldn't get too specific here, but look, there's a lot of stoner girls from West Philly who go to MagFest.
Yeah, I mean, they were nice girls.
Yeah,
I have nothing bad to say about them.
No, they were perfectly nice.
I just think it's funny how unfortunate the smoke went.
Yeah, the smoke sucked. So they were talking to some guy who was basically saying, so, if you're ever in West Philly and you want a dude to smoke with, come hang out with me. I got lots of weed. And they were like, cool, wow, okay. And then he walks away. And then they just finished talking with him. So I'm just like, oh, you're from Philly? And I started talking to them. And they're like, yeah, we're from Philly. And they're very enthusiastic to meet people. They are open to meeting anybody. And we just talk and laugh for a little while, and I say or they say something. It comes up that we would be interested in smoking weed with them, and they're like, we were about to go outside. You want to come out? And we were like, yeah, sure. And then
did that sound like fun?
Yeah, it sounded like fun. We were like, all right, we're gonna go outside and smoke with these cosplayers who were born yesterday. This will be fun. And then moments later, a group of guys comes by, and their leader wants to fuck both of them, and is the only one who seems to have a chance. So he swoops in and starts talking to both of them, and they're very enthusiastically talking to him. And then he kind of brings in some guy who he says it's his birthday, and he's like, yeah, come on over here. And his friend is like, what? Like acting like he doesn't want to be brought into this group that they've like been standing there plotting to meet these girls for who knows how long. He comes over. They don't give a shit about some guy. They're just talking to the leader, right? Anyway, they talk to them for a while, and then they like remember that we're there, and they're like, oh, you want to go out and smoke now? So we're like, yeah, sure. And like we get our coats on and we start like walking towards the exit, and they're still talking to those guys forever. Like, because those guys don't want them to leave. And then eventually they convince the guys to come with us. So like, instead of walking out of this bar with these two girls, we walk out with like 10 people. The two girls, the guy, some guy, and all the other guys.
Yeah, there's like at least 1 to 3 additional guys whose faces I don't remember.
No, I literally don't remember a single one, except I sort of remember some guy because I remember the disappointment on his face when...
He's the star right now, some guy.
It's true. The leader guy, he was gonna have a good night no matter what. The leader guy doesn't even go to MagFest. He just lives in the town. He just lives in the town and comes by to fuck the girls who are born yesterday and cosplaying for the first time every year. And anyway, finally we all get outside. And at this point it's like, Joe and I aren't really feeling this one anymore, but we've already committed.
It was 0 degrees.
It was freezing cold.
And they were nude.
These girls were wearing almost nothing, and they were outside.
One of the girls went through her purse frantically looking for the weed stick.
Well, yeah, that was it. Like, these girls were so new to this world, they didn't even know where their weed was. They were so excited about weed, but like, they didn't actually have any. So one of the girls immediately disappears, goes to her room to get the weed. We never see her again, right? And the guys are definitely like not happy about the fact that she's just left because their odds have just been cut in half. So then we're all out there, and I think it's probably you or me who's like, so anyway, are we gonna smoke some weed? And nobody has any except like the guy is like, hey, some guy, don't you have some? And he's like, oh yeah. And you can like see his face dropping when he realizes that like the only thing that's gonna happen tonight is he's going to share his weed with a bunch of people he doesn't know.
That was so awkward, but it didn't stop us.
No, we'd made it that far. Would you stop?
No, neither of us stopped.
Some guy offered us our weed and then we took it. Anyway, everyone in the story is dead now. But we like some guy, 'cause he got us high. Some guy.
Oh shit.
Would you like to play?
Yeah, I have to get off of this song so that I can stop laughing already.
Yeah.